So this Vic Mignogna stuff just keeps getting weirder and weirder. There's now some more announcements with cons, Funimation, and oddly enough, other YouTubers that are covering this with a more neutral or positive light rather than just throwing the guy into a trash can. Some people that are, saying, "Whoa, hold on, let's talk about this. Let's maybe dial it back a little bit." They're being attacked. So there's a lot of weird stuff going on right now, and I'm going to keep covering it just because it seems like it's annoying these people. So I'm just going to keep covering it. And, I think the guy deserves some, neutral coverage, right? And I want to be clear. I'm not saying the guy's guilty or innocent. I don't know. But my whole take on this, and anybody, unless there's clear evidence, is I want to see some kind of evidence, proof. I want to see something other than somebody from 10 years ago saying something. I don't live in a world of he said, she said. I want to see hard facts before somebody loses their livelihood. And that's exactly what's going on with Vic Mignogna. And it's really sad. And now Funimation fired him. Now it says it's from the Morus Mononokean 2. I don't know what that is. But if Funimation fired him from that, you can guarantee that he's gone from Dragon Ball as well. So Broly will most likely be recast now. I guarantee it. We're going to have the upcoming... So we have the upcoming Dragon Ball Super release. They have Dragon Ball Broly from the Super version. They have the Super version of Dragon Ball Broly going to be released in Dragon Ball Z Fighters DLC, which I have issues with. I mean, we already have Broly. Now we're getting another Broly. That's great. I'd rather have another new character. I hate when they release 5 or 6 versions of Goku and Vegeta, and it's just you could have filled that with other spots, man. We only need one, right? Super Saiyan and or Super Saiyan Blue. Super Saiyan Blue, preferably. That's a new one, or have them whatever. That's a different video. So, but they fired him. You can see right here. So they had actually been silent on this for a while. They hadn't made any comments. They hadn't talked about it. They were the ones being silent completely. And you go down here and you will see, come out, Funimation. Stop hiding from the KickVic hashtag. Trauma of underage fans spanning almost a decade isn't a passing Twitter fad. This won't just fade away if you cower behind his fan base and plug your ears. We all hear your silence loud and clear. So they've come for him. And of course, Polygon, the dying website, which for some reason, I'll never understand these garbage websites and how they hold power. I don't understand it. Literally, no one reads these websites other than I think me and other YouTubers who dunk on their poorly written articles. I think we're the only ones that actually read them, other than maybe some shills. However, they're not enough to keep these companies afloat. That's why you see a lot of them like Vice and them like going out of business. But yeah, the brigade came from them. But this is a really nice outline, One Angry Gamer again, and I love this website. They do really good research. However, I have to spend 10 minutes blocking booby mousepad ads. Oh man, if it wasn't for that, I would love this website even more. I would love it even more. But anyway, so the coordinated efforts made by the NPC community to get voice actor Vic Mignogna fired and barred from the anime industry. This isn't hyperbole. It's happening in real time. As I said in my recent video yesterday, he was fired from Ruby, and Rooster Teeth dumped him, and now this officially Funimation has let him go. So Anime News Network, another garbage website, reported that Funimation's voice cast list was updated over on the official Funimation website, and they reached out to Funimation to confirm, and they responded by saying that Vic Mignogna had been replaced with Ian Sinclair. Yes, the role of executive in Morse Mononokean Number 2 has been recast. Ian Sinclair is the VA effective episode 5, which launched on Saturday. So that's official. And it's not just that, I promise you. So Broly, remember now in Dragon Ball Super, when it first started, they redid the Beerus Battle of the Gods movie. They gave it episodes. They did the same thing with Resurrection F. I see no reasoning why they're not going to adapt the Broly movie into episodes. And now they're going to have to recast him. They're going to recast him. And this guy's been playing Broly since the OG movies when they came out over here. And that's over now. They're going to get somebody that sounds like him and call it a day over stuff that people have been, and like I said, that's why I'm staying, kind of trying to stay neutral on if it's true or not. But apparently these have been going like fishing around for years. So this is nothing new. But the Twitter brigade can get him kicked off. And it's funny, one of them is from this person right here. Watch Carmen Sandiego is the name of the account. I went and checked her out. And she literally has like 400 followers. And most of her tweets from the past like 2 weeks have been bashing on Vic completely, like obsessed. We're talking like a Renfamous, if you don't know who that is. That's someone that pretty much just lives and breathes Ethan Van Sciver, comic artist Pro Secrets. And I'm assuming most of you know who that is. I'm pretty sure I probably share a large audience with him. But a lot of these people like obsessed, and sometimes they're fairly effective. And she's been leading a massive campaign against him, among other people, like this person up here, saying, I had to really dig to find this, but this was at Colossal Con in 2017. Vic practically humping me in the photo and held my arms really tight. Looking back, I look admittedly mildly psycho, but that's because I was caught between fangirling and super uncomfortable #KickVic. Now, the thing with this guy seems that he's just really friendly. He's conservative Christian, and he really likes to hug fans. And a lot of the time, I guess that it totally is consensual. So I don't know. I'm not saying that it's not kind of strange, right? However, hugging someone isn't the worst thing in the world, right? And I just don't get it. Like, are we saying that hugging someone is assault of the sexual kind? Because that's a really weird line to cross. Okay, when we go there. He just seems like an overly friendly guy that just doesn't know like barriers. Like, I wouldn't just go up and hug people I don't really know, but I've known a lot of like really super Christian people, and some of them are really just kind of like friendly as heck. So I'm just, I'm indifferent until I have somebody show something. I'm neutral on this. But here we go again. So, right, this is every single con, mostly for 2019 conventions, have been canceled. So you can see here, November, September, August, July, June, April, February. Now we have January 4 through 6, 10 through 13, and February 2 through 3. Those have already happened. But now he's been canceled from every single con. And who's leading the charge with that? Anime News Network. Now here's where things get really weird. I'm going to start here. So I talked about this in the last video. They've actually rounded it up here. So Anime News Network used this picture of him kissing this girl, right? And they're like, oh, you claimed that this was a non-consensual pass. Well, it turns out that girl came out and said that's not true. So she released a big statement saying, hey, this is one of the greatest times. I totally wanted him to hug me and all this stuff, and talking about what a great, nice man he is. So you literally have Anime News Network doing shoddy journalism and not fact-checking anything. And if you call them out on that in a completely neutral video like Clownfish TV did, right? They've been covering this stuff too. They have a great channel, by the way. And they've been covering it. And the editor for Anime News Network tweets at YouTube and says, hey, you can also be damn sure that the YouTube Nazis are jumping at the chance to monetize this. Great job looking out at YouTube. And then you see here, he's got Clownfish TV listed in the thumbnail. And sure enough, he calls him a Nazi. Have you ever seen their channel? They're far from anything like that. But this just shows you how they operate. And when Keenan of Clownfish called them out, he blocked them. No apology, nothing. And he said he's done covering this now because of this. I don't think he should. I talked to him in DMs. Well, I tried to talk to him in DMs after this happened, and Twitter messed up for a while. I couldn't DM him. They unfollowed me from him. There was weird stuff going on. It was with other people. It seems to be fixed now, but it's like, is this dude putting a call in to Twitter? So yeah, this is really weird how they're just they don't want any other opinion out there but theirs. And this dude, who has a very moderate channel as far as stances go, gets called one of the worst names you can be tagged with, right? That's why we've always said, what do they consider that? They consider that anybody that disagrees with them. And now they're trying to ruin this guy's life because he's trying to report this on a neutral ground and be fair. Something that Anime News Network isn't doing when they're literally trying to take pictures from people that gave consensual permission for him to give them a kiss and a hug and passing it off as something bad. They're fabricating stuff. And if you call out that fabrication, like Mike Toole here, what a perfect last name for Mike. I gotta be honest. He labels you as an extremist. Nice. So yeah, I still think Toole is a perfect last name for him. But as you see here, he doesn't need any kind of evidence. He's ready to just throw people under the bus with only Twitter posts. Very nice guy from the most trusted, opinionated news source. Anyway, luckily, Vic is exploring legal options, and that is definitely his right. Like I said, I haven't seen any evidence. I need to see evidence. Everyone is entitled to a trial or an investigation. That's a right everyone has. We don't live in the court of public opinion. We live in a court of justice, I would hope. And hopefully, Vic will get his due one way or another. Anyway, this is some really crazy stuff. Anime News Network doesn't like people covering this. I'm not going to stop. I got 2 channels, and if I have to, I'll make a 3rd one. I'm just going to keep talking about this stuff because, the guy deserves a fair shake from somebody. So, yeah, anyway. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on all this crazy stuff. Literally, it's every day now. But hopefully he'll be putting out a legal document real soon that Nick Ricardo, somebody can go over, where he sues some people. Yeah, leave a comment, like, subscribe, check out the links in the description, and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.